We had a stunning model yesterday. Huge amount of black hair cascading down in curls and a huge headdress of flowers. So much going on that I decided in a short period of time I would just concentrate on her face. After 2 hours of painting, of work, this is where I stopped. With all of the blank space over here, I decided maybe this would be a really good opportunity to work on gold leaf. Would certainly go with her coloration in her skin and be a lot of fun to figure out a design that would work with her. I've kind of changed my mind about what I want to do. I really like the texture of her curls falling down and this really large flower in her headdress. I want to emphasize that. So to get my design, I put tracing paper over my painting from yesterday, and on this side have indicated with pencil where I want the lights and the darks to go. So that's going to be the key. But in order to get that texture that's in her hair, I want to put pastel on and then wash it down with alcohol and get a lot of drips, and those drips are just marvelous little accidents. Video 3 of the painting I started from life yesterday have added 3 colors to the left side of the painting for the hair and the flowers, and in those colors. Then I used an alcohol wash and this short house painting brush that I've cut off to a nub to create the background colors of her hair and flowers. You can see in some places it's very thin, and I allowed the drips to go where they wanted to. All of that got dry after a while, and I then went back and added texture into the hair and flower area with clear gesso. That will be dry by tomorrow, and I'll start on the pastel part of the painting. A couple of little tips for today. One I got from Jerry Salter at a demo she did for my pastel group. I've added a lot of black into her hair, but to make it more dense, I'm using this eraser that I've cut off, and you can push the pastel into the texture of the paper with an eraser. In fact, I like it a lot better than using the little pieces of foam or even my hand, which I do a lot of times. The second tip is this. Every time the model comes back from a break, her position will be a little bit different from with the viewpoint that you have of her. The shoulder may be a little different. The hair will always fall differently. So as you progress in a life painting, you make slight changes without realizing it. Because I now have to work from the reference photo, I have made some changes in the outline of her face and letting the hair fall back onto her cheek. Just always take that into mind when you're working from life, and then have to revert to a photograph. A test of the gold leaf in that corner, and I really do like it, so I'm going to proceed with it. I'm adding the first coat of adhesive size. That is the liquid, very thin, water-based adhesive that is required to make the gold leaf adhere to the paper surface. Don't want to put it on thick or to leave any puddles, but be sure you have good coverage all around, including up to the edges that you want to have gold leaf. I have a paper towel right beside the painting. When I dip the brush into the adhesive, I tap it against the paper towel to remove any of the extra liquid that's on the brush. Looking at the painting from the side with your head down low, you can see what areas are wet and which you might have missed. I am applying a second coat of the adhesive because this is paper and the paper is porous. So the first coat soaks into the paper a little bit, and the second coat, after the first coat is dry, just adds assurance that the adhesive is going to take on the gold leaf. When the adhesive is tacky, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, lay the gold leaf on top of the adhesive area. Patch it as you need to. With wax paper on top of the gold leaf, use a very soft brush and press it into the surface of the painting to burnish it in. Here's the tricky part, removing the gold leaf that is on top of the pastel, bringing it over to the edge where you want the gold leaf to start to remove the excess. The gold leaf is fragile, so the brush must be soft and the touch ever so gentle. Now to remove the excess around the edges. Again, easy does it. It's sticky on the hands, yes, but save those little flakes that come off. Continue to clean up the edges, patch little spots that the gold leaf did not adhere to, brush around. It's very delicate brushing the gold leaf when it is up against the pastel, so just take care there.